Safety is super important when we're working around horses, but so is having a fun and great time with our horse. Today we're going to show you how the simple 12 c.h.a. or Certified Horsemanship Association rules can help you stay safe and have a super fun time with your horse.
Howdy, and welcome to the Bar SC Ranch, where you will experience our journey of running a family business, caring for animals, and doing life together. Subscribe now and be inspired here at the Bar SC.
So here at the ranch, we follow many of the guidelines that are found in this c.h.a. composite manual, all about horsemanship, about horse safety. We like to run our lesson program based around this book, and Michelle and I are both certified instructors through the c.h.a. So we find this book to be very, very helpful. And today, for today's video, we're going to go through the 12 rules that you learn first thing in this book. So it's all about horse sense and horse safety and how you can work around your horses and be safe. And we're going to go through all 12, and hopefully you can learn a little bit about horse safety today. All right, Jesse, it's time for our jumping show. And I really need you to get in the trailer this time, okay? So I'm gonna, if you could just get in. You know, this horse is stupid. He won't get into the trailer.
You know, there are multiple ways to get into a trailer.
I want him in the trailer.
I understand that they can be very, very frustrating, but maybe if we, speak nicely to her and pet her nicely and we say, come on, Jessie, it's really important that we go to our show.
Come on, Jessie.
Come on, let's get in the trailer. Positive words. Punish seldom, praise often.
So the first rule of the day is praise often and punish seldom. And the best way that you can do this with your horses is to set them up for success. So don't put your horse in a position where you know they're going to struggle without first doing a little bit of work to hopefully make it a little bit more of a successful time where you're not having to, we got a rotating pony here, but you're not having to shove them into the trailer. Start early. Don't start the morning of the show and try and just shove your horse in. Start beforehand so you can use positive affirmation and get your horse where you need to get them.
Do you know what she found?
Is it food?
She found my cookies.
Treats work great for positive affirmation. All right, so rule number 2.
Wait. I learned this in school.
What?
Stop, drop, and roll.
No, it's stop, look, and listen.
Anytime we're working around horses, we need to make sure that we stop so that we have a moment to just assess the situation that we're putting ourselves in with our horses. We want to make sure that we're looking and listening for anything that could be a safety concern. We want to make sure we're looking for kids who might be running at us, or cars that are coming, or balloons or bags that are flying because of the wind, or even just the wind or rain. Just so that you're aware of whatever's going on around your horse and around you and around the other people at the barn, so that you can respond accordingly and stay safe. Our next rule has to do with places that you should not stand when working around your horse. The first being behind your horse. The second being in front of your horse.
So the reason we don't want to stand directly in front of or directly behind our horse, one, is because our horse might move forward or move backward into us and we might get injured. But the most important reason is because they actually can't see directly beneath their nose here and directly behind them. They're prey animals. They've got their eyes pretty much right on the side of their head, so they can see almost entirely all the way around them except for right in front of their nose and right behind their tail. So we really don't want to be standing really close to them where they can't see us.
I learned earlier that we need to praise often. Mocha, look, I've got a treat for you. Oh my gosh, my finger! Oh, it's eating my finger!
I told you to take a bucket!
A bucket?
A bucket!
Oh, right. We do like to treat our horses, and we do like to let them know that we appreciate them, but oftentimes carrots can look like fingers, and we definitely don't want to put us or anyone who comes and rides with us at danger of getting bit. Using a bucket to feed your horse a treat is a great way to keep your fingers safe. Our next safety rule is of the utmost importance. It can definitely mean the difference between life and death.
What are you doing? Here at the ranch, we work hard to make sure the back end of our horses is a relatively safe place to be. but you always want to make sure that a horse knows that you're a human when you're around the backside of him. So like what Michelle just did, running into the back of Mocha here, she might not know that Michelle was a person and might think that she was another horse. Same thing with when you're riding horses. If you run the horse you're riding into the back end of the horse in front of you, they're going to have a discussion amongst one another, kind of a herd dynamics discussion. You don't necessarily want to be a part of it, and they're not thinking that you might get caught up in the crossfire. So we always want to leave lots of spacing, at least a horse length between our horse and the rear end of the horse in front of us.
I'm so excited for my lesson. Ashley, come on, I'm ready for my lesson. Let's go. Whoa. What's going on?
You gotta get your tack checked. While Michelle is fixing this situation, let's talk about the next rule. The next rule is to always get your tack checked. So if you're an instructor yourself, you're probably used to going through the motions and checking to make sure your tack is properly fit and properly attached to your horse before you ride. If you're taking lessons or are new to the sport of riding, make sure you always have a qualified individual like your instructor or another adult or person who's been riding for a very long time come through and check your tack so you can make sure you don't have issues like this one that Michelle just went through.
Very important. Oh my gosh, that was the best lesson ever. I really gotta pee. Gotta pee.
Oh, poor Mocha. You should never be tied up like this. Not by the reins. Michelle!
So tying with a bridle is never a good idea. When you tie your horse using the reins to a fence and the horse maybe gets scared and pulls back, you're going to have a high probability of injuring the horse's mouth. You can cut the tongue, cut the insides of the mouth, cut the cheeks. It can also break your bridle. Bridles can be very expensive, so we don't want to do that. Also the reins, they can be very expensive and you can break the reins as well. Anytime we're tying our horse, we want to make sure that we are using a good fitting halter, a sturdy lead rope, and we're tying with a quick release knot to a safe post or appropriate other setting in your barn. That was such a fun ride. I've got to get you untacked so that I can get my homework done. I have an entire giant history paper I got to write, and oh my gosh, I'm late, so late. Oh my gosh.
Michelle!
What?
What are you doing? This stuff is expensive.
Huh?
Yeah, and so is your horse. Your horse could get all kinds of tangled up in this.
Oh.
So while Michelle is cleaning up her mess, it's time to talk about the next rule. And the next rule is all about treating your equipment with respect and being careful to put everything away as you use it. So if you're using a brush box and you might be standing next to your horse brushing, and you want to make sure that you're treating it with care and not putting it somewhere where your horse could move over and step on it. And when you're done with your brush box, you're going to move it and put it away. You're not just going to leave it wherever you found it. Same thing with all of their saddles and your bridles. These are expensive things and also really heavy duty things that if your horse got tangled up in them, they wouldn't break and release your horse. You could end up with a very, very dangerous situation. So you want to make sure that your saddle comes off of your horse and onto your saddle rack or wherever it is that you store your saddle, into the trunk of your car, wherever you keep it. Same thing with your bridle. We don't ever want to put those things down on the floor or somewhere where they could get damaged or cause injury to your horse.
Ashley, thank you so much for such a great and informative lesson.
Of course!
I'm going to untie my horse now, untie the quick release knot
Yes,
down
you are.
here, and then we're going to walk her back to pasture. I think.
No, well, actually, no, wait, but
No,
you don't
no?
want it wrapped around your arm. Yeah. Well, actually, no, but no, like, we just,
This way, if she runs away, I've really got her.
no.
Oh.
If you could just hold it, double it up so that it's not around your, no.
No?
You gotta just take like 10 steps back. Just like 10 steps back. So now we've got Michelle all figured out. She's holding her lead rope the correct way. She has it doubled up in her hand. If you have excess, you can double it up. You just want to make sure you never wrap the lead rope when it's attached to your horse around any part of your body. Because if something goes wrong and you need to let go of your horse, you're just going to do that. You're going to let go of your horse. You don't want your horse to end up attached to you. So you can hold the excess in your left hand, hold about 1.5 to 2 feet away from the clip in your right hand, and then you're ready to go nice and safely with your horse.
Got you in your house. Go, be free. Be free, Mocha. Be free.
No, Michelle, this isn't where she lives.
What?
I told you specifically where she needed to go.
Yeah, you told me. Oh.
Yeah,
In the
see?
stall in the barn.
We have to go
We're
pasture
in a
now.
pasture. Oh.
It's important to listen.
Okay.
Okay, let's
I'm
go catch the
sorry.
horse.
It's really important to listen to direction and instruction and then learn from that. So we might make mistakes, and that's okay. But it's really important to make sure you're always taking the time to listen and doing what people who know more than you and who are in charge of your facility, what they say.
And if you don't understand the instructions, just ask questions first. Don't go and try and do it and hope you figure out the right thing to do.
Important. Yes. Ashley, I'm ready for my lesson!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you wearing?
I'm wearing almost pants. I am wearing Crocs with my adventure straps.
No.
So we're all good. I have a hat.
That doesn't count. We
See?
need proper riding attire. We have to get you changed. Different shoes and lose the hat. No. Now you're breaking 2 of our rules. 2 at a time. Okay, so Michelle actually broke 2 of the rules this past time. The first
I'm
one,
pretty sure I broke more than just 2.
well, it's actually all included in one rule. C.H.A. puts it
Oh.
all together for us under proper riding attire.
Excellent.
None of this is proper riding attire except maybe the shirt. Maybe
I
the
wore
shirt.
my barn shirt. See, I was hoping
Yeah.
for the lesson she'd be like, oh, barn shirt, good.
Barn shirt, good. Pants, bad.
Oh.
Always full length pants so that you're not getting your legs pinched. Even in a Western saddle, it's possible
Oh,
to
I don't
pinch
want
your
to
leg
get
in the stirrup
pinched.
fenders. If you're going out on trail or your horse happens to get near the rail of the arena, you don't want to be scraping up your leg. You want that nice protection. Second, our shoes. I don't care if you have an adventure strap on or not.
Oh.
You need a heel, at least an inch of a heel, and that's to keep your foot from sliding through your stirrup.
These are
So in the
kinda-
case,
oh,
like that,
this.
yeah. Let's not and say we did.
Oh.
If we have a heel on our shoe, that keeps our foot, in the case of an emergency, from going through our stirrup and us getting stuck. The next thing, yes, the gum.
Oh.
The gum. Gum is awesome. It's really good if your breath needs a quick, refresher. But when we're on a horse, we want to make sure we're not chewing gum so that we don't accidentally inhale our gum and we end up in a bad situation where someone's having to give us the Heimlich. So nothing in our mouth, no eating. We really don't want to have something in there that we could be chewing and choking on while we're riding. And also, last but never least, the hat. A hat is important, but it has to be a helmet.
C.H. or an ASTM approved helmet.
Yes, and you can find those, if you go online, you search for equestrian helmets, you're going to find riding helmets, but you could maybe even have a helmet at home that's certified for riding. You want to check the certification and make sure that it's ASTM approved, because that means that from this height, it's going to help keep your head safe in the event of a fall or even sometimes just bonking into things sometimes. Maybe you're a little too tall for that tree that you went under. We're going to keep your head nice and safe. The second rule that we were having an issue with, once we decided that this was not the proper attire, we should have dismounted our horse in order to change anything about our attire or about our horse's tack. We want to make sure we get off of our horse, fix the problem, and then get back on. We never want to, especially let's say you're having an issue with your helmet, you want to make sure you get off your horse, fix whatever bug happened to be in your helmet, put it back on, then we can get back on our horse. We would never want to take our helmet off in order to get our sweatshirt off or something like that. We're going to get off, fix what we need to fix, and then we can remount our horse when everything is safe.
Wow, I broke a lot of rules today.
A lot of rules. Pretty much all of them.
Thanks for watching our video today on horsemanship and horsemanship safety through the C.H.A. Please keep your eye out for future videos that we will be doing on C.H.A. content specifically. I hope that you can see that I broke a bunch of rules today. Hope you learned that we have a bunch of rules that keep us safe with our horses and with people around horses, and we take that very seriously. We hope that you have a very safe day working with your horses, and we'll see you next time.
If you enjoy this video, we'd love to hear from you. Like and subscribe and leave a comment about what you might like to see in future videos. We'll see ya back on the ranch.